Here to do my first book review of the month. You guys voted, and here is one of the winners. And I won't tell you what the winners are because why not? I will not tell you what the other winner is. You'll just have to wait and see. I do know that this voting was not close at all. The two front runners, I definitely knew what books I was going to be reviewing when I put up that video, and I'm not even kidding. Let's just say that the two books that won were actually tied, so they're the first two. And yeah, I'm really excited. One of them got picked as well, and the one I'm doing today is Bittersweet by Sarah Ockler. And so far, I don't know. This month has been a great book. This month has been a great month for reading. This one, I want to say it's my favorite, but I love all the books I've read a lot, surprisingly. This book is definitely a very good book. I was not surprised I loved it as much as I did because I just loved it. So let's just talk about it. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis, and I will try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible to give you a brief synopsis if you should read it or not. So here we go. And this time I am going to read the inside flap for you because sometimes my synopses are very vague and you're like, what's that book about? I don't even know. So let's begin, shall we? Once upon a time, Hudson knew exactly what her future looked like. Then a betrayal changed her life and knocked her dreams to the ground. Now she's a girl who doesn't believe in second chances, a girl who stays under the radar by baking cupcakes at her mom's diner and obsessing over what might have been. So when things start looking up and she has another shot at her dreams, Hudson is equal parts hopeful and terrified. Of course, there's also the moment a sweet, cute guy walks into her life and starts serving up some seriously mixed signals. She's got a lot on her plate, and for a girl who's been burned before, risking it all is easier said than done. It's time for Hudson to ask herself what she really wants and how much she's willing to sacrifice to get it. Because in a place where opportunities are fleeting, she knows this chance may very well be her last. So yeah, let's get to it. The characters. Let's talk about the plot first. This book was amazing. I was not bored not once while reading this. I felt like Sarah Ockler did a great job once again for just keeping the plot very good. Like, there were high moments and low moments, you know, much like a book does. It just goes like a roller coaster sometimes. I loved Hudson as the character. I thought she was a very fierce, strong girl, and I liked that this book that sometimes I feel like the best friends in books are kind of just there. They're just there to just be there. You know, they're always the quirky best friend that you always hear, that you never hear problems from. You know, it's just about the main girl. And I like that this book kind of went into her best friend as well, you know. She, and Sarah Ockler's done that very well in 20 Boy Summers. Like, she has a good, like, writing style when it comes to best friends, because sometimes you're like, when you see those movies, especially with a chick flick, there's always that friend that, like, say you're the girl that's the chick flick movie's about. There's always that friend that just listens to you and confides in you, and you're always like, what about the friend? What's going on in her life? Why we never hear her problems? Why is it always about this girl, you know? So I liked seeing that. We don't necessarily learn about problems of her best friend. I forgot her name. But we get to see her and how she feels about everything and how she, you know, how she copes with it, and I like that is there. And I love the romance. Of course, it was very swoon-worthy, and it was just beautiful. I want to say, I forget the romance guy's name. I'm awful at that. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you what exactly Hudson was burned on before because I didn't guess it, but, you know, whatever. Hudson is an extreme cupcake baker, and every chapter is introduced with a different type of cupcake. And I love that. That's just so unique to me. Like, they just have unique names. Like, no one wants to kiss a girl who smells like bacon, so I might as well get fat cupcakes. Double chocolate cupcakes served warm in a butter sugar reduction. Piped with icing, braids of peanut butter, cream cheese, and fudge, and a sprinkle of chocolate chips. I adore that. I thought that was so cute, and that was one of my favorite parts of the books because I love unique things about books. I just thought that just made it beautiful. And I love the whole cupcake aspect. I love baking. I love watching baking. I love reading about baking, so why not? Yeah. Hudson is, I know these reviews, I'm like all over the place, but whatever. So we'll dive into more about Hudson. Hudson's a very strong-willed girl, you know. She can get her feelings hurt easily, but she doesn't like to show it, like most girls, like myself. She's been burned on the dream before, so yes, when they say she's hiding in her diner, she is. She's just baking cupcakes, helping her mom, and trying to stay with her brother, and just, you know, going to school and everything. And she finds this opportunity that, you know, will help her maybe get out of this town that no one seems to be able to get out of. It's one of those small towns in the USA, you know, whatever. Overall, to wrap this up, I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. This book blew me away. I loved every bit of this book. If you voted for this book and want to know what I thought of, if you voted for this book and want to know if I think you should read it or not, this is a definitely read. Like, I would say read this as soon as you can, that type of book. And, you know, if you're not a big contemporary fan, maybe not read it, but I love contemporary reads. I love sweet reads. I love girly reads. I love that. And I can fly through them like that. So this book, if you like those type of books, it'll take you like a day to get through this book. So, I mean, just knock out a day reading this, you know? It doesn't take long at all. But once again, Sarah Ockler, you have amazed me. It's amazing. Definitely read it. It's definitely worth your time. So, yeah. So go check out Bittersweet by Sarah Ockler. And look for the next book review. It should be coming up in the next week or so. Other than that, have a great rest of your month. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your reading voyage. I don't know. This is the ship sailing off somewhere. With you in it, I suppose. I say the most randomest things ever. Alright, anyway, bye guys!